As a group of young progressive, we have followed very closely the development that came with the post-election reward system of the All Progressive Congress, the APC, and we feel duty-bound to address the avoidable gaps and flaws that punctuated the process of appointments, especially at ministerial and other federal government levels. We feel deeply concerned that the ruling party seems to have derailed in the choice of appointment of prominent Nigerian politicians, particularly those who have gave their time, physical energy, and hard-earned resources to support the victory of the just concluded 2023 elections. We are disturbed that a considerable number of the people that the APC rewarded with ministerial slot, for example, could not match the resilience, sacrifice of energy and resources of other members that are yet to get even a simple letter of commendation for their efforts. We therefore wish to state for the records our final stance on this very thorny issue of reward system as follows. 1, we cannot fathom why there is still a silence on Senator Obi Omoagegi, former Deputy Senate President who also contested on the platform of the APC but lost out in the 2023 elections. He has not yet been considered for any reward via appointment by federal government. Politicians like this respected senator could not get ministerial or other appointment into the federal government of President Bola Tinubu. This is anything but democratic injustice. It is worrisome that Senator Aisha Binani, who is widely believed to have won her immediate constituency of Adamawa quite sufficiently, but had her mandate somehow overturned. Imagine that she was the only female governorship candidate in the race, but nothing for yet. This is despite the fact that an average Nigerian believes that Senator Aisha Binani has a lot of value to add to the functions of this administration based on her track records. We wonder why notable politicians like Anambra's Andy Uba, an astute politician of excellent pedigree and a renowned business tycoon, is still hanging in the balance of ongoing appointment by the presidency. The man was known to have committed a large chunk of his resources for the victory of APC in 2023 elections in the southeast and the country at large. Top on the list of politicians who gave the APC participation in 2023 polls their best shot was Abdul Salam Abdul Karim Zaura, popularly known as AA Zaura. We have read several newspaper reports on how the fortunes of APC in Kano changed the moment Zaura joins the party. Those that are familiar with the political terrain in Kano will most certainly believe us if we say that the coming of Zaura gave the APC a new lease of life in Kano. Thus, it is very much correct to assert that APC was in comatose, but Zaura, with his large followership, revived and energized the party. Zaura, from our findings, has built a state-of-the-art police station in his desire to complement the effort of the state government to curtail security challenges in the state. Zaura also provides the Kano state with 50 operational utility vehicles to ease the hassle of electioneering campaign. This can only be wished away at the detriment of the party. Imagine someone like Zaura, who hails from the largest senatorial zone in the country. Recall also that Northwest gave President Bola Tinubu and the APC the highest votes in the entire country. What more does the presidency need to consider this son of Kano and APC kingpin? Zaura did a lot in assisting the needy and vulnerable people in Kano before and during the electioneering campaign, and this helped in no small way for the people of Kano Central District to come on their numbers and voted for President Tinubu, as evidenced in the outcome of the election, where 60% of President Tinubu's vote from Kano came from Kano Central. Yet, neither the national leadership of the party nor the government of the federation seems to appreciate his sacrifices. This is an issue that we also find worrisome. Here is an additional list of some illustrious and prominent Nigerians who gave their all but not ended up being rewarded till date. 1. His Excellency Kayode Fayemi. 2. His Excellency Ben Ayede. 3. Honorable Dimeji Bankole. 4. General Abdurrahman Dambazau. 5. His Excellency Aminu Bello Masari. 6. His Excellency Umar Tanko Al-Makura. 7. His Excellency Senator Ahmed Sani Yarima. 8. Senator Andy Uba. And 9. His Excellency Dr. Nasir Yusuf Gauna. We can go on and on, giving a long list of stalwarts of APC who seem to be left out in the cold. But the bottom line is that the party's reward system needs serious overhaul. It will be suicidal for the party to keep moving without remembering and rewarding these people for their efforts. Our group therefore insists that prominent Nigerians, especially members of the ruling party, who demonstrated their love and loyalty for the party by committing hundreds of millions, if not billions, deserve priority attention. It will be quite threatening to the future of electoral fortunes of the APC to relent in rewarding hard work and unalloyed loyalty for its party members, especially those who spent fortune running for political office in 2023 general election across northern and southern parts of the country. We have offered our voluntary advice, hoping that APC and President Bola Tinubu will avoid a mistake that will hunt the party down in 2027 and beyond. A word, as they say, is enough for the wise. Whoever has the president or party's heir should forward our gentle warning / reminder. So in a political terrain, we are not really jumping the gun. And if you look at the press conference clearly, we say it is a reminder, not only a warning, but it's also a reminder. It's not everybody, certainly, that will be a minister. But in a political activities like this, performance, normally reward is given based on performance of individuals. And our feelings and belief is that some of these people that we mentioned have performed wonderfully well, more than some of the people that are given slots of ministers from their own states. And if we say, okay, we've given people ministers based on their capacity as technocrat or whatever, for God's sake, I believe every Nigerian believes that Mr. Kayode Fayemi is also a technocrat. Professor Ben Aide is also a technocrat. In fact, so many of them are not only politicians, they are equally technocrats. So we are not jumping the gun. We are simply sending a reminder, sir. I think that is answered, right? Good. About the next line of action you ask, definitely there will be. You can see this is a small press conference. We are just starting. We are sending a signal. We are waiting for the government to respond to our agitation. If there is no response, then more and more of this will be done, and in a bigger way, most certainly. And you asked whether we have contact with anybody we mentioned here. Well, as politicians, I cannot tell you that we don't have contact with some of them. Of course we do. But we are not doing this at anybody's behest. That I must clear your mind. Please remind me of the last question, sir.
Yeah, I asked the implication to this if these people are not appointed.
Well, the government should be aware that, you know, in a system that somebody come and put in a lot, just consider yourself as a journalist. You put so much for your company, and the company doesn't appreciate you. The company doesn't reward you. What is the likely consequences of what you are going to do? It's the same thing everywhere. Politics is not different from any other sector. So if you perform wonderfully well, it is generally expected for you to be rewarded. If not, certainly there are going to be implications. And time will tell what are the implications that may follow. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Any more questions, comments?
Okay. So, thank you. Yeah.